One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Florida's offense will get the ball first. On the move, it's Potts. Got the first down and still on his feet.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Gives it on the option. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Quickly out to the tight end. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Here comes the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they'd play the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Under fire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. So now it's 2nd and long. Going to the running game. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Converts on 4th down, still going. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge on the right. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's out. And the ball is loose on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Bargava. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45 on his way. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll give it to him again. Shakes off the defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds his man down the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's turning it on. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And the rush will get to him at the 25. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
With the catch, it's Potts. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Spargava. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for extra yards.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown Gator! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block it, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Runs through another guy. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Direct snap. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice.
Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Creates a little room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Finds a spot in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Turns it loose. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty for... on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down and run. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off play action on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete to the right. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they... emergency here. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Makes the catch. It's Bargava. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Now from inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll open the second half on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down... Speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Connection to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 10. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Potts. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The quick out. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Tide! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least once
picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Fakes to grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The sure hands, it's Potts. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Spargava. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Stands in and takes the hit. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Gators decide to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Toss to the outside. There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. This time on target. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stuck.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Finds his man. It's Potts. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Pulls it in. It's Bargava. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Bargava. Turning it on! And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Gators are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Lost to throw again. Rushes on him. Dumps it off in the flats. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to sneak it. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end and coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to get it through the air. Right on the money. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the quarterback takes a knee. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. And this one is perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts,